Have you ever wondered about the ancient civilizations that don't make it into the history books? Today we're looking into the incredible stories of 10 ancient civilizations you've probably never heard of. Most of us are familiar with the great civilizations like Egypt, Greece, and Rome. But what about the Carthaginian Empire or the Minoans of Crete? These lesser-known societies were just as fascinating and influential. They made incredible advancements in art, architecture, and technology, and their unique cultures have left an indelible mark on human history. Some of the ancient civilizations I am going to mention in this video are missing from textbooks. And if you stick with me throughout the video, you will know each and every single one of them. If you are a lover of history, consider subscribing to this channel and you will get historic videos like this delivered to you every week. In no particular order, here are the top 10 ancient civilizations you've probably never heard of. 1. Nok Civilization. The Nok Civilization thrived in what is now Nigeria from around 1000 BCE to 300 CE. This society is best known for its incredible terracotta sculptures, which are some of the earliest examples of sophisticated African art. These sculptures, often depicting human figures with elaborate hairstyles and jewelry, reveal a rich cultural heritage and artistic prowess that was far ahead of its time. The terracotta sculptures of the Nok people are remarkable for their detail and expression. They often feature intricate designs and patterns, suggesting a high level of skill and a deep appreciation for artistry. These sculptures have been found in various sizes, from small figurines to large statues, indicating their significance in Nok culture. Some theories suggest that these sculptures were used in religious or ceremonial contexts, although their exact purpose remains a mystery. But the Nok people weren't just artists. They were also pioneers in technology. They were among the first in West Africa to develop iron smelting technology, a significant advancement that allowed them to create tools and weapons that were more efficient and durable. This technological leap had a profound impact on their society, enabling them to engage in more effective agriculture, hunting, and warfare. The Nok's ability to work with iron set them apart from many contemporary civilizations and contributed to their influence in the region. The Nok civilization's iron smelting technology was sophisticated for its time. They developed furnaces capable of reaching high temperatures necessary to extract iron from ore. This process involved a deep understanding of materials and engineering, highlighting the Nok people's ingenuity and innovation. The tools and weapons they produced not only improved their daily lives, but also facilitated trade with neighboring regions, further enhancing their cultural and economic influence. Despite their impressive achievements, much about the Nok civilization remains shrouded in mystery. The lack of written records means that we rely heavily on archaeological findings to piece together their story. However, the artifacts they left behind, especially their terracotta sculptures and iron tools, provide invaluable insights into their way of life and their contributions to human history. 2. Indus Valley Civilization. The Indus Valley Civilization, also known as the Harappan Civilization, flourished in the fertile plains of the Indus River basin. This civilization, which existed from approximately 3,300 to 1300 BCE, is renowned for its impressive urban planning, architectural achievements, and advanced infrastructure. One of the most striking features of the Indus Valley Civilization was its well-planned cities. Major urban centers like Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, located in present-day Pakistan, were meticulously laid out in a grid pattern, with streets intersecting at right angles. This level of urban planning was unprecedented at the time, and demonstrates a highly organized and centralized administrative system. The cities were divided into distinct sections, including residential areas, public buildings, and markets. Houses were constructed from uniform baked bricks and often featured multiple rooms and courtyards, indicating a concern for comfort and functionality. Many homes were equipped with private wells and bathrooms, a testament to the civilization's focus on hygiene and public health. The sophistication of the Indus Valley's drainage system is particularly noteworthy. Each city had an elaborate network of drains and sewers, which were covered and regularly maintained. Wastewater from homes and public buildings was directed into these drains, which led to larger sewer channels and eventually out of the city. This system helped to prevent flooding and maintain sanitation, reducing the spread of disease. In addition to their impressive urban infrastructure, the Indus Valley people were skilled in various crafts and industries. They excelled in bead-making, pottery, and metallurgy, producing intricate jewelry, ceramics, and tools. The discovery of standardized weights and measures suggests a complex economy with regulated trade practices. Trade played a significant role in the Indus Valley Civilization. Archaeological evidence indicates that they engaged in long-distance trade with regions such as Mesopotamia, Central Asia, and the Arabian Peninsula. Goods like precious stones, metals, and agricultural products were exchanged, contributing to the prosperity and cultural exchange of the civilization. The Indus script, though still undeciphered, is another intriguing aspect of this civilization. Numerous seals and pottery fragments have been found with inscriptions, suggesting a form of writing that was used for administrative and possibly ceremonial purposes. The inability to read these inscriptions leaves much about their language, culture, and governance to speculation. Despite its achievements, the Indus Valley Civilization eventually declined around 1300 BCE. The reasons for this decline are still debated among historians and archaeologists. Possible factors include climate change, shifts in river courses, and invasions by nomadic tribes. Whatever the cause, the once thriving cities were gradually abandoned, and the sophisticated society fell into obscurity. 3. Elamite Civilization. The Elamite Civilization thrived in the region that is now southwestern Iran, with its capital at Susa. Spanning over 2 millennia, the Elamites were one of the earliest cultures to adopt writing, making significant contributions to the development of written language and record-keeping in the ancient world. The Elamites are known for their distinctive cuneiform script, which they adapted from the Mesopotamian system of writing. This early adoption of writing allowed the Elamites to document their history, legal systems, and administrative practices. Tablets and inscriptions found in archaeological sites provide valuable insights into their society and governance. Elamite culture was rich and diverse, influenced by their interactions with neighboring civilizations such as the Sumerians, Akkadians, and Babylonians. They engaged in extensive trade, which brought wealth and cultural exchange, further enriching their society. One of the most notable aspects of Elamite history is their long-standing rivalry with Mesopotamia. The Elamites often found themselves in conflict with the great empires of the region, including the Akkadian and Babylonian empires. Despite these conflicts, they managed to maintain their independence and influence for centuries. The Elamite Civilization is also known for its impressive architectural achievements. They constructed grand palaces and temples, often adorned with intricate reliefs and sculptures. The ziggurat of Chogha-Zanbil, one of the best preserved ziggurats in the world, stands as a testament to their architectural prowess and religious devotion. Despite their achievements, the Elamite Civilization eventually fell to the expanding Persian Empire in 539 BCE. However, their legacy lived on through the cultural and administrative practices that were absorbed and adapted by their conquerors. 4. Minoan Civilization. The Minoan Civilization, named after the legendary king Minos, thrived on the island of Crete from around 3000 to 1450 BCE. They are best known for their impressive palaces, particularly the palace at Knossos, which served as the political, cultural, and religious center of Minoan society. The palaces of the Minoans were architectural marvels, featuring complex layouts, multiple stories, and advanced engineering techniques. These structures were adorned with vibrant frescoes depicting scenes of nature, religious ceremonies, and daily life, showcasing the artistic talents and cultural richness of the Minoans. One of the most famous aspects of Minoan culture is their art. The frescoes, pottery, and sculptures of the Minoans are renowned for their beauty and detail. They often depicted natural scenes, such as marine life and landscapes, reflecting their close relationship with the sea. The Minoans were also skilled sailors and traders, establishing extensive trade networks throughout the Aegean and Mediterranean regions. They traded goods such as pottery, olive oil, and wine with neighboring civilizations, contributing to their economic prosperity and cultural exchange. Religion played a significant role in Minoan society. They worshipped a variety of deities, often depicted in their art, and performed elaborate rituals and ceremonies. The bull was a prominent symbol in Minoan religion, and the famous bull leaping frescoes suggest that bull leaping may have been a significant ritual or sport. Despite their achievements, the Minoan civilization faced several challenges, including natural disasters such as earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. The eruption of Thera, around 1600 BCE, is believed to have had a significant impact on their society. Ultimately, the civilization declined around 1450 BCE, possibly due to a combination of natural disasters and invasions by Mycenaean Greeks. The legacy of the Minoan civilization lives on through the remarkable ruins and artifacts they left behind. Their contributions to art, architecture, and trade had a lasting influence on the ancient world and continue to fascinate historians and archaeologists today. 5. Zapotec Civilization. The Zapotec civilization flourished in the valley of Oaxaca, in what is now southern Mexico. Their rich history spans from around 700 BCE until the arrival of the Spanish in 1521 CE. The Zapotecs are renowned for their contributions to early Mesoamerican culture, particularly their development of one of the earliest known writing systems in the Americas. One of the most significant centers of the Zapotec civilization was the city of Monte Alban. Founded around 500 BCE, Monte Alban served as the political and cultural heart of the Zapotec state for over 1,000 years. The city was strategically located on a hilltop, providing a commanding view of the surrounding valleys. Its impressive ruins, including temples, palaces, and ball courts, reflect the Zapotecs' architectural and engineering skills. The Zapotec writing system, which emerged around 600 BCE, is one of the oldest known scripts in the Americas. This logographic script was used for various purposes, including recording historical events, religious rituals, and governmental affairs. Inscriptions have been found on monuments, pottery, and codices, offering valuable insights into Zapotec society and their complex calendar system. Religion played a central role in Zapotec life. They worshipped a pantheon of deities, many associated with natural elements and agricultural cycles. Rituals and ceremonies were conducted to honor these gods, and the Zapotecs built elaborate temples and pyramids to serve as centers for worship. The priests held significant power and were responsible for maintaining the religious and social order. The Zapotecs were also skilled artisans and craftsmen. They excelled in pottery, jewelry, and textiles, creating intricate and beautiful objects that were both functional and decorative. Their art often depicted gods, animals, and scenes from daily life, providing a vivid glimpse into their culture and beliefs. Trade was another important aspect of Zapotec civilization. They established extensive trade networks that connected them with other Mesoamerican cultures, including the Olmecs, Maya, and later the Aztecs. Through these networks, they exchanged goods such as jade, obsidian, and cacao, which contributed to their economic prosperity and cultural exchange. Despite their achievements, the Zapotec civilization eventually faced challenges from external forces. The rise of the Aztec Empire in the 15th century put pressure on the Zapotecs, leading to conflicts and political changes. When the Spanish arrived in the early 16th century, the Zapotecs, like many other indigenous cultures, were significantly impacted by colonization. The legacy of the Zapotec civilization endures through the remarkable artifacts and ruins they left behind. Their early writing system, impressive architecture, and artistic contributions continue to be studied and admired by historians and archaeologists. The modern-day Zapotec people, who still live in the Oaxaca region, preserve many aspects of their ancient heritage, keeping the spirit of this remarkable civilization alive. 6. Kushite Kingdom. The Kushite Kingdom, also known as the Kingdom of Kush, was a powerful civilization that flourished in the region now known as Northern Sudan. The Kingdom of Kush rose to prominence after the decline of the new Kingdom of Egypt, establishing itself as a major political and cultural force in ancient Africa. One of the most significant achievements of the Kushite Kingdom was its conquest of Egypt. Around 750 BCE, the Kushite king Piye launched a successful campaign to conquer Egypt, uniting the lands under Kushite rule. This period is known as the 25th dynasty of Egypt, during which the Kushite pharaohs ruled both Nubia and Egypt for nearly a century. The Kushite rulers, including notable pharaohs like Shabaka, Taharka, and Tanutamani, sought to revive the traditions and grandeur of Egypt's earlier periods, emphasizing religious and cultural continuity. The Kushite pharaohs left an indelible mark on Egypt. They restored and constructed numerous temples, pyramids, and monuments, many of which still stand today. Their efforts to preserve and enhance Egyptian culture included a strong emphasis on religious practices and the worship of Amun, a major deity in both Kushite and Egyptian beliefs. Meroe, one of the most prominent cities in the Kushite Kingdom, became a significant center of culture and commerce. Located near the Nile River, Meroe was known for its impressive pyramids, iron production, and trade networks. The city thrived as a hub of economic activity, connecting sub-Saharan Africa with the Mediterranean world. The Kushites were skilled in metallurgy, particularly ironworking, which gave them a technological edge in warfare and agriculture. Their expertise in crafting iron tools and weapons contributed to their economic prosperity and military strength. Additionally, the Kushites were accomplished traders, engaging in commerce with neighboring civilizations, including the Greeks and Romans. The art and architecture of the Kushite Kingdom reflect a unique blend of indigenous Nubian and Egyptian influences. The pyramids of Meroe, although smaller than their Egyptian counterparts, are distinctive for their steep sides and decorative elements. Kushite pottery, jewelry, and sculptures also exhibit a rich cultural heritage, showcasing the creativity and craftsmanship of their artisans. Despite their achievements, the Kushite Kingdom eventually faced challenges from external forces. The rise of the Aksumite Empire in the 4th century CE led to the decline of the Kingdom of Kush. By around 350 CE, the kingdom had fallen, but its legacy endured through its lasting contributions to African and world history. 7. Carthaginian Empire. The Carthaginian Empire was founded by Phoenician settlers from Tyre in the 9th century BCE. Located in present-day Tunisia, the city of Carthage quickly grew into a major center of trade and commerce, thanks to its strategic position on the Mediterranean coast. One of the Carthaginian Empire's most notable achievements was its development into a major maritime power. The Carthaginians were exceptional sailors and shipbuilders, creating a formidable navy that allowed them to control vast trade networks across the Mediterranean. They established colonies and trading posts throughout the region, from Spain to Sicily, and even along the coast of North Africa. Carthage's wealth and influence were largely due to its dominance in trade. The city was a bustling hub where goods from across the ancient world were exchanged, including precious metals, textiles, spices, and exotic animals. This trade brought immense wealth to Carthage, enabling it to fund impressive architectural projects and maintain a powerful military. The Carthaginian military was renowned for its strength and innovation. They employed a diverse army, including mercenaries from different regions, which allowed them to adapt to various combat situations. The most famous Carthaginian general, Hannibal Barca, led his troops, including war elephants, across the Alps to invade Italy during the Second Punic War. His tactical genius and audacity brought Rome to the brink of defeat, showcasing the might of Carthaginian military prowess. The Carthaginian Empire's rivalry with Rome is one of the most storied conflicts in ancient history. The Punic Wars, a series of 3 wars fought between Carthage and Rome from 264 BCE to 146 BCE, were marked by intense battles and significant shifts in power. Despite early successes, Carthage ultimately succumbed to Rome's growing power. The Third Punic War ended in 146 BCE with the complete destruction of Carthage. The Romans razed the city, enslaved its inhabitants, and systematically obliterated any remaining traces of Carthaginian power. This tragic end marked the fall of one of the ancient world's greatest empires. 8. Etruscan Civilization. The Etruscan civilization thrived in what is now modern-day Italy, primarily in the region of Tuscany. Emerging around 900 BCE, the Etruscans established a network of city-states that became powerful centers of trade, culture, and political activity. One of the most significant contributions of the Etruscan civilization was its profound influence on the early Romans. The Etruscans were instrumental in the development of Roman culture, religion, and architecture. Many of the practices and innovations that we associate with ancient Rome actually have their roots in Etruscan society. Etruscan architecture and engineering were particularly advanced for their time. They built monumental structures, including temples, bridges, and city walls, using sophisticated construction techniques. The use of the arch, which later became a hallmark of Roman architecture, was pioneered by the Etruscans. Their mastery of hydraulics and drainage systems also influenced Roman urban planning and infrastructure. Religion was central to Etruscan life, and their religious practices deeply impacted Roman spirituality. The Etruscans were polytheistic, worshiping a pantheon of gods and goddesses similar to those of the Greeks. They practiced divination and augury, interpreting the will of the gods through natural phenomena and the flight patterns of birds. These rituals and beliefs were adopted by the Romans and became integral to their religious practices. Etruscan art and craftsmanship were highly regarded in the ancient world. They excelled in metalworking, pottery, and sculpture. Etruscan tombs, often elaborate and richly decorated, provide a wealth of information about their society, beliefs, and daily life. The famous terracotta sarcophagi, adorned with lifelike portraits of the deceased, reflect the Etruscans' artistic skill and their views on the afterlife. The political structure of the Etruscan city-states was complex and varied. While some cities were ruled by kings, others were governed by elected magistrates and councils. This diversity in governance influenced the political development of early Rome, particularly the concepts of republicanism and senatorial rule. Trade was another area where the Etruscans excelled. They established extensive trade networks throughout the Mediterranean, exchanging goods such as wine, olive oil, pottery, and metalwork. These commercial connections not only brought wealth to the Etruscan city-states, but also facilitated cultural exchange and the spread of ideas. Despite their achievements, the Etruscan civilization eventually declined due to a combination of internal strife and external pressures. The expanding Roman Republic gradually absorbed Etruscan territories, and by 27 BCE, the Etruscan city-states were fully integrated into the Roman Empire. 9. Moche Civilization. The Moche Civilization flourished along the northern coast of Peru from around 100 to 700 CE. This society is renowned for its remarkable advancements in art and architecture, which have left a lasting legacy in the region. One of the most striking features of the Moche Civilization is their intricate pottery. The Moche artisans were incredibly skilled, creating highly detailed and realistic ceramics that depicted various aspects of their daily life, mythology, and rituals. These pottery pieces often took the form of sculptural vessels and portrait head jars, which provide a vivid glimpse into the lives and beliefs of the Moche people. The level of detail and craftsmanship in Moche pottery is unparalleled in the ancient Americas, making it one of the civilization's most celebrated achievements. In addition to their artistic prowess, the Moche were also master builders. They constructed monumental architectural complexes, including temples, pyramids, and palaces, which served as the centers of their religious and political life. Two of the most famous Moche structures are the Huaca del Sol and Huaca de la Luna, massive adobe pyramids located near the modern city of Trujillo. The Huaca del Sol, or Temple of the Sun, is one of the largest adobe structures in the Americas. It served as the political and administrative center of the Moche, showcasing their engineering skills and organizational capabilities. The nearby Huaca de la Luna, or Temple of the Moon, was a major religious site, adorned with intricate friezes and murals depicting deities, mythical scenes, and ceremonial activities. These pyramids highlight the Moche's ability to mobilize large workforces and their sophisticated construction techniques. The Moche civilization was also noted for its complex social and political structure. They were organized into several city-states, each ruled by powerful warrior priests who wielded both political and religious authority. These leaders conducted elaborate ceremonies and rituals to honor their gods and maintain social order. Human sacrifice was a significant aspect of Moche religion, often depicted in their art and performed to appease deities and ensure agricultural fertility. Agriculture was the backbone of the Moche economy, supported by an extensive system of irrigation canals that brought water from the Andes to their arid coastal lands. This advanced irrigation system allowed them to cultivate a variety of crops, including maize, beans, and squash, which sustained their population and contributed to their prosperity. Trade was another vital component of Moche society. They engaged in long-distance trade with neighboring cultures, exchanging goods such as ceramics, textiles, and metals. This trade network facilitated cultural exchange and the spread of Moche influence throughout the region. Despite their achievements, the Moche civilization eventually declined around 700 CE. The reasons for their decline are still debated, but factors such as environmental changes, prolonged droughts, and social upheaval likely played a role. Nevertheless, the legacy of the Moche endures through their remarkable art and architecture, which continue to be studied and admired by scholars and enthusiasts alike. 10. Mysore Kingdom. The Mysore Kingdom, established in 1399 by the Wadiyar dynasty, played a significant role in the history of southern India. It is renowned for its contributions to art, music, literature, and its resilient governance, which lasted until India gained independence in 1947. One of the most remarkable aspects of the Mysore Kingdom was its vibrant cultural scene. The Wadiyars were great patrons of the arts, and their support led to a flourishing of music, dance, painting, and architecture. The kingdom became a hub for cultural development, attracting artists, musicians, and scholars from across India. Mysore is famed for its distinctive style of painting, known as Mysore painting. These intricate works of art are characterized by their fine detailing, bright colors, and the use of gold leaf. The paintings often depict Hindu gods, goddesses, and scenes from epics like the Ramayana and Mahabharata. This unique art form continues to be practiced and admired today. The architectural achievements of the Mysore Kingdom are equally impressive. The Mysore Palace, an architectural marvel, stands as a testament to the grandeur of the Wadiyar dynasty. Built in the Indo-Saracenic style, the palace is known for its stunning domes, expansive halls, and intricate carvings. It is one of the most visited tourist attractions in India, especially during the Dasara festival, when it is illuminated with thousands of lights. Mysore's contribution to music, particularly Carnatic music, is profound. The kingdom was home to many great composers and musicians, including the legendary Tyagaraja, one of the trinity of Carnatic music. The royal court of Mysore nurtured these artists, providing them with the support and resources to create timeless compositions. Dance forms also thrived under the patronage of the Mysore kings. Bharatanatyam, a classical dance form, saw significant development and refinement during this period. The kingdom's emphasis on cultural expression ensured that these traditions were preserved and passed down through generations. The Mysore Kingdom was a center for literary activity, producing a wealth of literature in Kannada, Sanskrit, and other languages. The Wadiyar kings themselves were scholars and poets, contributing to the rich literary heritage of the region. They encouraged the compilation of important texts and the creation of new works, fostering a vibrant intellectual environment. Education was highly valued in the Mysore Kingdom. The rulers established numerous schools, colleges, and libraries, making Mysore one of the leading centers of learning in India. The Maharaja's College and the University of Mysore, founded in 1916, are enduring legacies of this commitment to education. Under the visionary leadership of Maharaja Krishnaraja Wadiyar IV, often called the Rajarshi, or Philosopher King, Mysore became one of the most progressive princely states in India. His reign saw significant advancements in infrastructure, healthcare, and public administration. The establishment of hydroelectric power stations, such as the Shivanasamudra Falls, marked Mysore as a pioneer in harnessing electricity in India. Which of these ancient civilizations did you find intriguing and fascinating? Is it the Nok Civilization of Nigeria, the Mysore Kingdom, the Elamite Civilization, the Kushite Kingdom, or the Carthaginian Empire? Tell us in the comments and let us know why. We would be happy to hear from you. Also, if there is any documentary you want us to create, be it Bible, business, or history documentaries, let us know in the comments below and we will take it up from there. Thank you for joining us on this journey through time. If you enjoyed learning about these ancient civilizations, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel for more fascinating stories from the past.